Hey guys, it's Mia here and welcome back once again. And today, before we start, I'm going to put a trigger warning on this because in this review I will be talking about abuse and there will be hard language. So if you don't like either of those, then this is your chance to click away from the video now. And also, if you do decide you want to stay and continue hearing my review, then there are going to be spoilers down the line for both the after movie and the after book. So that's your warning. So spoiler warning, sensitive topic warning, and strong language warning. So with that out of the way, let's get to the review. I have it split into two parts, the book and then the movie. And of course, because the book came first, we're going to start with it. Now, since I don't want to start the review off on a bad note, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the 4 people in the book that I did like. And number 1 is actually Stephanie. And I like her because she seems like a really down-to-earth and cool friend. And she almost immediately accepts Tess as a friend, even though she's not like the other friends that she normally hangs out with. And on top of that, she is the only girl in the book that is capable or has the guts to stand up to Hardin and his "I'm the coolest thing that ever existed" attitude. Like in chapter 37, page 182, when she says, quote, "Steph bursts into the room, but when she notices my tear-stained cheeks, she stops, her eyes narrowing at Hardin. What's going on? What did you do?" "Tessa," Hardin says. "Steph, please make him leave, I beg." "Let's go, Boy Wonder." She pushes him out the door. "What the hell, Hardin? I told you to stay away from her. She is my roommate. She is not like the other girls that you mess with. She is nice, innocent, honest, and honestly, too good for you." Honestly, when she said that, I was like, you go, girl. Yes, at least one of you is standing up to this jerk and finally has the balls to tell him off. Because it was about time somebody did. And I feel like I would have liked to see more of her and Tess's friendship than we did see. But you know, it's not about her and Tess, it's about Tess and Hardin. So I guess she's pushed off to yet another college party or hanging out with Tristan. But, so I guess that's what we're going to do with that. Now, the second person I did like was Landon. Landon and Tess became fast friends because they both arrived early to class and they were friends from the start. Landon is a very supportive friend, and I feel like he's a very good friend to Tess, despite the fact that he tries multiple times to warn Tess against Hardin, not because he doesn't like Hardin, but because he knows how Hardin is. First saying, now I couldn't find the actual page in the book, but he first tells Tess, Hardin doesn't love anyone. He messes around with a lot of girls, but he doesn't love anyone. But when stubborn Tess was like, I don't care, I like him anyway, he then, again, in chapter 55, page 291, tries to warn her again. He says, quote, "I know I have already warned you, so I won't say it again, but just be careful with him. Though I do admit he seems infatuated with you as someone like him can be," end quote. Even after warning her as much as he does, she still goes and pursues Hardin. And he's like, okay, you're not going to listen to me, but I'll support you anyway. So he goes along with it, because really, it's none of his business what she does with Hardin, but as long as he warned her, he's doing his job as her friend. So that's why I like him. He's a good friend, and he tells her the truth whether she wants to hear it or not. So that leads us to the third person in the book and I liked, and that is actually Zed. Zed actually has manners, and he's one of Hardin's friends, the only one in his group that seems like he has manners. He realizes that you don't have to be a douchebag to have fun and be a cool person. Like in chapter 59, page 320, he says, quote, and this is after they were dared to go upstairs for 10 minutes. He says, man, my hair, quote, I know, wait, so what do you want to do? I squeak. He chuckles. Let's just talk, yeah? Not that I wouldn't love to do 100 other things with you, but you're intoxicated and I don't want to take advantage of you. End quote. Like I said, that shows that you can be a cool person and not be a douchebag. And because of his politeness and his kindness to Tess, she uses him because she knows that he likes her, uses him to make Hardin jealous. Like, the nicest guy and the guy she probably should have gotten with is the one that gets used to make this douchebag of a person jealous. And that is not fair to him at all. And it just made me angry because he was used by her like that. It's not fair to do to anyone at all. So with that out of the way, the last person in the book that I liked was actually Karen, Landon's mom. And she's just an all-around sweetheart of a person. And I just can't help but smile every time her and Tess interact because she just got that genuine nicest. It doesn't seem forced and it doesn't seem like it tires her. She's just happy that everybody else is happy. And that just made me smile, and it was really refreshing through this emotional, annoying whiplash of emotions book to have Karen in there. It was a real relief with just her sweetheartness. And she becomes a better mom to Tess than her own mom. But we'll get to that a little later. So now comes the part in the review where I'm going to get a little ranty. And this is where it starts to get to the parts I don't like. And trust me, there are a lot. Let's start out with Noah, Tess's quote-unquote boyfriend. He is a boring, one-note tattletale of a person. Like, I don't think that I would want a boyfriend that goes and tattles on my mom every time I do something. They're not 6 years old. She's in college and he's a senior in high school. They are grown adults, and therefore he has no right to be going to his mom like they are 6 years old and telling on Tess. And that's just, I don't think I could have a boyfriend like that. I mean, it doesn't mean that he deserves to be cheated on, because no one deserves to be cheated on, but just no thank you. And then that leads me nicely into Tess's mom. Tess's mom is an all-around overprotective control freak that cannot accept the fact that her daughter is no longer a kid. She wants control over Tess so badly that just because she finds out that she's not with who she wants her to be with, she threatens to basically make Tess homeless by not helping her pay for her dorm room. And that's not caring that she still has a 4.0 GPA and is ahead in all of her classes. She's like, nope, you don't like the guy I want you to like. You're gonna be homeless. What kind of mom does that? Just no, that is not how you treat your kid. Their education is more important than who they like, especially when they're putting above average effort into their schoolwork. And what more can I say about that than that? And then there's Molly. Molly just, every time Molly just came into the picture, I wanted to smack somebody. Because she is literally just in the story to be a whore. That's it, plain and simple. That's why she's there. She's there to hang on Hardin. She's there to get them to fight, which, like, they don't fight enough, apparently. Even though they fight this whole entire book, they don't fight enough. So we need a cheap antagonist. And that's a whore that's constantly hanging off him when, hello, the main girl has had a boyfriend this whole time, so she has no room to talk. None when it comes to that. And that's why I don't like Molly. And now get your pitchforks ready, because I know you're going to be screaming at me in the comments, but the two people that we are supposed to root for are the two people in this book that I cannot stand one single bit. And before you do get out your pitchforks, at least let me explain myself. Hardin... Okay, let me just start with Tess, because there's a lot to unwrap with Hardin. Tess is a hypocritical, selfish person who's a cheater. Why is she a hypocrite, you might ask? Well, because she has a boyfriend, at least most of the book, and then she gets ticked off at Hardin for hanging around Molly. She gets jealous, and she's the one with the boyfriend. But yet, she lets a guy who she barely knows, because she hardly knows Hardin, give her her first orgasm. And then has a right to get jealous because Molly's hanging all over Hardin. Like, hello? Hypocrite much? Ha-da-da-da, you have a boyfriend. But then, why is she a cheater? Well, see point A. She has a boyfriend and she's hanging all over Hardin. Enough said. Why is she selfish? Well, that goes back to what I said about Zed. He is a nice person, and because of that niceness and the fact that he likes her, she uses him to make Hardin jealous. She doesn't care about anyone's feelings but her own, and is constantly judging everyone around her, even though she at this point is no better and has no room to talk. But she continues to do so. So yeah, that's someone I won't want to root for. Note, sarcasm. And then there's Hardin. Oh boy, Hardin. He is an emotional abuser. He is manipulative, and he is bipolar. Literally every other freaking sentence in this book, they go from saying, I love you, to I hate you, to please don't leave me, to stay the hell away from me. Like, pick a lane. Are you an asshole or are you a nice guy? Do you like her? Do you hate her? Make up your damn mind. Because you are driving me crazy and you are giving me whiplash. And there are many examples of their back and forth that I could tell you. But the best example I found was this quote from chapter 87, page 501. Quote, and this is after they just got done shopping for their apartment. Quote, I love you, he says as I put our plates in the dishwasher. I love you. Just then, my phone vibrates loudly on the table and Hardin grabs it. Noah? He half asks, half demands. Oh, I know this isn't going to go well. He said it was nice talking to you today. His jaw clenches. You have no reason to be talking to him. He probably thinks you want him back because you answered his call. End quote. Because, yeah, she's not allowed to talk to someone she's known for 10 years because you're with him. With her. Yeah, no thank you. That's a problem right there. She gets a text from him, and then Hardin blows it out of proportion. Like, you're not allowed to talk to the friend that you've known most of your life, but I'm allowed to talk to any girl I want. Yeah, that's fair. Huh? Just, and that is nowhere near the only example of their back and forth. And when it comes to emotional abuse, he uses the fact that he has his nightmares because of what happened in his past. I'm not going to tell you what happened in his past. If you read, you know, and if you want to read the books, then you'll find out. But he uses his nightmares against her as a way to keep her in his pocket, saying that, oh, he can't sleep without her because of his nightmares, and oh, he doesn't want her to leave, and he's sorry, it's just this and this and this that's keeping him from completely opening up to her. And it's like, your troubled past is never, ever a reason to hurt somebody else. I hate people that use their troubled past as a reason to abuse, neglect, or abandon somebody else. That's never an excuse to hurt someone. And that's what Hardin does. He uses his troubled past against her because he knows it'll keep her there. He knows the guilt will keep her there. And that is emotional abuse and controlism. That is the equivalent of telling someone that you claim to love, if you leave, I will kill myself. And that is not okay. That is never okay. That is not love. And if you think it is, then you're twisted. Because that is not love. That is abuse. And he's possessive, which, if with that quote that I just read to you, that right there proves it. And then, with this, after that quote, when Tess says there's nothing to worry about, we've been friends most of our lives, he's just my friend now, he says, quote, yes, there is. He thinks he's better than me. And he will try to take you from me. I'm not stupid, Tess. Even your mom wants you with him. And I won't let him take what's mine. Like, excuse me? She is not your property, Hardin. She is a person. And she can talk to whoever the heck she wants to. Like, she's not an object. She's not your phone. She's not your car. She is a person. Treat her like it. Now, and the sad thing is, barring not even just this book, but we are seeing more romance books like this. And that is not okay. This is not okay. This is not romantic. This is a story of abuse. And I don't know why more and more authors are claiming that this is romance. The book's basically saying that to a guy, it's saying, well, if I just have sex with her, no matter how much of an asshole I am, if the sex is good, she'll stay with me. And then on the flip side of that, it's telling a girl, well, as long as the sex is good, who cares how he treats me? Like, no, that is not okay. That is not okay. If a guy is treating you like Hardin is treating Tess in this book, leave. Get help. Find somebody that'll help you get out if you are too afraid to do it yourself. Leave. Because this is not love. And people need to stop thinking it is before there's a real problem. And it needs to stop. We need to go back to actual romance. Stuff like Safe Haven and stuff like that. That is romantic. This is trash. This is abuse. And I would never let my teenager read something like this. And that's my opinion on the book. Will I get the other 3 after we collided, after we fell, after happy? No, I will not. I will not spend another penny on these books. And I won't even read them on Wattpad. That is a very big if I read them on Wattpad, and that's free. I will not spend another penny on this because I feel like doing so is promoting abuse. So, that is my opinion on that. I don't care what happens in the other stories. I don't care if Hardin thinks he's going to change. This right here, the ending of this book literally had me screaming and throwing it on the floor saying, you fucking prick. That is what I said as soon as I finished the book. And that to me is my highest insult. If I call somebody that, you better hurry up and get the heck out of my life because you are deader than dead to me. And That had my brother checking on me because I screamed it as I threw the book down. Like, that is what the ending, that was my opinion right then and there. You fucking prick. And I stand by it. I will scream it to the heavens. He is not a good romantic partner. And that is not romance. Now, with that rant out of the way, part 2, the movie. What can I say about the movie? Well, it was boring. It's a good movie to put on if you want to fall asleep. And about the only thing going for the movie is the one that plays Hardin, which I had his name in here. Hero Fences Tiffin, however you say his like middle name or hyphen name, who plays Hardin. He's a heartthrob. He's adorable. And that's about the only thing going for the movie, honestly. Or the fact that you want to watch it if you can't sleep. That's good too. But I'll give you more of a review than that. It's because they tried to turn a 585-page book into an hour and 46-minute movie, it was so rushed. Like, scenes just changed. Like, 1 minute we're here, the next minute we're there. There's no context as to why they are there or how they got there. It's like the filmmakers just said, well, if they read the book, they'll know what's going on. And that is not how a movie is made. Like, you should not force your audience to read the book in order to understand the movie that they came to see. That is just bad storytelling and bad directing. I mean, look at movies like, I'm just going to give one example because there's many examples. Look at movies like Harry Potter. I never cared for the Harry Potter books. I know, unpopular opinion, but I was a higher level reader, so I never really read kids' books. And it just, something about the writing isn't that good to me. But I love the movies. To this day, the Harry Potter series is one of my all-time favorite movie series. You want to know why? Because they didn't care if their audience read the book or not. They made it easy to understand for everyone in the audience and made it enjoyable by everyone in the audience. And that's why it is such a big success. Because they poured their heart into these movies and they actually cared about what they were making. You want to know what After did? They were like, well, there's a popular book right here. We're going to pour some money and make us some money by playing on the audience and fans' expectations. They literally ripped off the audience by using their own expectations of this book against them. It is a flip note version of the story at best, and a good movie to watch when you're sick at worst. It was boring. If I wasn't doing this review, I wouldn't have lasted 10 minutes in it. And that's coming from someone that loves movies. Would I watch the movie again? If I'm sick and want something stupid in the background? Sure, I would watch it. Would I read the books again? You already heard my opinion on that. Hell no. I will not spend another dime on this series, and I will not spend another minute watching it. And that is my opinion on After. How was your thoughts on After, either the book or the movie? If you enjoyed, comment down below to let me know your thoughts on either the book, movie, or both. And as always, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell down below to stay up to date on future videos. Bye, guys!